What if your bloating, fatigue, constipation, diarrhea, and brain fog weren't just gut problems, but signs your cells are under attack? We have been told to fix our gut by changing food. But what if the real problem is deep inside your cells? In this video, I'll show you how cell damage, especially in your mitochondria, can quietly trigger constipation, diarrhea, bloating, and exhaustion. Most doctors don't test for this, and most health videos don't talk about this. But in this one, we will. And stick around, because I will share a simple at-home practice backed by research that can start rewiring your gut cell axis today. Before we dive in, just a quick ask. Over 97% of our people who watch our videos never subscribe. If this helps you see your body in a different light, please consider subscribing. It's free and it helps us reach more people living with invisible gut struggles, just like you. My name is Bimal Maharjan. I am the founder of Gutsphere, and I have lived through this. Years of constipation, fatigue, flare-ups. I was dismissed by doctors, handed creams, told to eat more fiber. Nothing worked. Until I discovered something almost no one was talking about: the broken conversation between the bacteria in my gut and the mitochondria in my cells. Mitochondria are like the tiny power stations inside your cells. They turn food into energy, literally keeping you alive every second. But when those power stations start breaking down, everything else breaks down too. And that changed everything. And I am here to share it with you, not just as a researcher or founder, but as someone who has been in the bathroom at 3 a.m. in pain, wondering what's wrong with my body. Here is the truth. Your gut and your mitochondria are in constant conversation. Your gut makes the fuel, nutrients, and chemical messengers. Your mitochondria decide how cleanly it burns. When that relationship breaks down, it doesn't just lead to bloating or stomach pain. It can lead to exhaustion, brain fog, weight gain, and even faster aging. This isn't fringe science. It's been studied in labs at Harvard, Stanford, and global research centers. It just hasn't been translated for people like you and me until now. So in this video, I'll walk you through the science, the stories, and most importantly, what you can do to start healing this gut mitochondria axis today. Let's start with how your gut microbiome affects your mitochondria. Your microbiome is like a rainforest of bacteria living inside your gut. Some of these bacteria are friendly. They help you digest food, fight off infections, and even produce healing compounds. One of the most powerful compounds they make is called butyrate. It's a short-chain fatty acid, a type of fuel that your colon cells and your mitochondria love. Butyrate does something remarkable. It turns on a cellular cleaning process called mitophagy. Mitophagy is how your cells clean up old, damaged mitochondria, like taking out the trash so your energy system stays efficient. When this process is active, your cells are cleaner, calmer, and more energized. Other gut bacteria take amino acids like tryptophan and turn them into indoles, which reduce inflammation and help mitochondria detox. And there's another gem, polyphenols. These are colorful compounds found in berries, pomegranates, and dark greens. But your body cannot use them unless your gut microbes convert them into something called urolithin A. Urolithin A is one of the only known molecules that helps your mitochondria renew themselves. Think of it as a repair crew for your power plants. So when your microbiome is healthy, it sends that clean fuel and protect your mitochondria. But when it's out of balance, those signals go missing and everything starts to suffer. But it's not a one-way street. Your mitochondria talk back. When mitochondria are stressed, maybe from poor sleep, toxins, chronic inflammation, they start producing something called ROS, or reactive oxygen species. Think of ROS as tiny sparks that are a normal byproduct of energy production. But when there is too much, those sparks turn into wildfire and start damaging the cell. This is what scientists call oxidative stress. When your body's internal balance tips towards damage instead of repair, oxidative stress affects your gut lining. It weakens the barrier that keeps harmful microbes and food particles out of your bloodstream. That's when the gut becomes leaky and inflammation starts to spread. But there is more. Stressed mitochondria can also release something called empty DNA, mitochondrial DNA. It's like sending an emergency flare into your bloodstream. But your immune system doesn't know it's coming from you. It sees as an invader. That sparks even more inflammation, which harms your microbiome and kills off the good bacteria. So you see, it becomes a loop. Your microbiome influences your mitochondria. Your mitochondria influence your microbiome. And if that loop is broken, you feel it everywhere. And here is the part most people miss. When your mitochondria break down, they don't just harm your gut lining. They also trigger symptoms you feel every day. Fatigue, because your cells can't make energy. Bloating, because your gut microbes get thrown off balance. Constipation or diarrhea, because your gut motility becomes chaotic or sluggish. Brain fog, because inflammation from your gut reaches your brain through the vagus nerve. So if you have been chasing symptoms without relief, this might be why. And this loop doesn't just happen in theory. It shows up in real diseases. In IBD like Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, scientists have found that cells lining the colon have fragmented, malfunctioning mitochondria. These cells can't produce energy. They can't defend against bacteria, and they can't heal the gut wall. In IBS, it's a little different. Stress messes with the gut microbiome. That imbalance affects how well mitochondria use energy, and the result is poor gut movement, bloating, and heightened pain sensitivity. In chronic fatigue or long COVID, or even brain fog, we often see low levels of NAD+, a molecule your mitochondria need to make energy. And we see low microbial diversity, meaning fewer bacteria, fewer signals, and fewer tools to repair your body. So whether it's your gut, your brain, or your whole system, it all comes back to this axis. When the gut mitochondria feedback loop breaks, you lose energy, resilience, and health. But when you restore it, that's where healing begins. Now, let's look at what the research tells us across thousands of real patients. In 2023 paper published in Nature Communications, researchers studied patients with ulcerative colitis, a chronic inflammatory bowel disease. What they found was striking. Nearly 80% of these patients had mitochondrial dysfunction in their gut lining. The colon cells showed fragmented mitochondria, reduced energy output, and impaired ability to repair the gut barrier. That same year, another study from Gut Microbes examined individuals with post-infectious IBS, people who developed long-term digestive issues after the gut infection. What did they find? A significant drop in microbial diversity, the number of beneficial species in the gut, low levels of NAD+, a critical molecule your mitochondria need to produce energy, and elevated oxidative stress markers, meaning their mitochondria were inflamed, leaking damaging byproducts into surrounding tissue. Across studies in IBD, IBS, chronic fatigue syndrome, and even depression, a consistent pattern emerges. When the gut microbiome breaks down, the mitochondria follow. And when the mitochondria are inflamed or underpowered, the gut can't heal. But here's the hopeful part. In the same studies, researchers tested interventions, and many of them worked. Time-restricted eating helped restore mitochondrial cleanup processes like mitophagy. Prebiotics like inulin and PHGG boosted levels of butyrate-producing bacteria. which protect the gut lining and fuel mitochondria. Polyphenol-rich foods like pomegranate and berries were converted by microbes into compounds like urolithin A, which actually rejuvenate mitochondria. And low-dose NAD+ precursors like niacinamide help increase mitochondrial energy production, especially in people with fatigue. So instead of looking at this one patient, we are looking at patterns from well-controlled clinical studies across different diseases, showing us the same thing. When you support both gut microbiome and the mitochondria, the body often begins to heal. And that brings us to the question, what can you actually do about it? Let's walk through it step by step. And also earlier, I promised to share a simple research-backed practice you can start today to rewire your gut cell axis. Here it is, along with a full roadmap you can build on step by step. Now we have seen the patterns across real studies. Let's get practical. I am going to give you a 3-level roadmap you can follow starting today based on what's been shown to work in clinical research. You don't need to do everything. Just start with one change and build from there. Level 1, Foundation Tools. These are free and powerful. Number 1, time-restricted eating. This means eating within 10 to 12 hour window during the day and fasting the rest. For example, eat between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., then stop. Why it works? When you stop eating early in the evening, your body has time to clean and repair itself at night. This activates a process called mitophagy, literally mitochondria self-cleaning. It's like nighttime janitor service for your cells. TRE also helps your gut lining time to rest and reset, reducing inflammation. Number 2, morning sunlight. Expose your eyes to natural light within an hour of waking. Why? Your mitochondria and your microbiome both follow your circadian rhythm, your internal body clock. Sunlight in the morning resets this clock, helping your body know when to burn energy and when to repair. Number 3, add resistant starch. Foods like cooled rice, cooked and cooled potatoes, or green bananas contain a special kind of fiber that your body doesn't digest but your gut microbiome loves. They ferment this fiber into butyrate, or short-chain fatty acid that fuels your colon, lowers inflammation, and helps mitochondria work better. Level 2, targeted support. These tools require a bit more intention, but they are safe, affordable, and well-studied. Number 1, prebiotics like inulin or PHGG. These are fibers that act like fertilizers for your gut garden. Inulin comes from food like chicory roots, onions, and garlic. And PHGG stands for partially hydrolyzed guar gum. It's a tasteless fiber powder made from guar bits. Both feed beneficial bacteria, especially the ones that produce butyrate. Over time, they help rebalance your microbiome without introducing new bacteria, just by supporting the good ones you already have. Number 2, polyphenol-rich foods. Think berries, beets, spinach, pomegranate. Your gut microbes convert the polyphenols in these foods into urolithin A, a compound that stimulates mitophagy, reduces inflammation, and improves mitochondrial performance. It's like sending a tune-up signal to every cell in your body. 3, mitochondrial nutrients, CoQ10 and PQQ. These are naturally occurring compounds your mitochondria use to make energy. CoQ10 helps subtle electrons inside the mitochondria. Think of it like wire inside a battery. PQQ helps your cells grow more mitochondria, a process called mitochondrial biogenesis. If you are dealing with fatigue, brain fog, or slow recovery, these can make a meaningful difference. Level 3, clinical plus advanced tools. These are tools often used in functional medicine or research-backed clinical settings. They are not for everyone, but they show us what's possible. Number 1, NAD+. NAD+ is a molecule that your mitochondria use to make ATP, your body's main energy currency. As we age or when we are inflamed or stressed, NAD+ levels drop. Supporting NAD+ with foods, lifestyle, or supplements like niacinamide can help improve mitochondrial function. Think of NAD plus as the spark plug that lets your mitochondria turn fuel into energy. Number 2, microbiome and mitochondria testing. Some advanced tests can measure butyrate levels and diversity of your gut bacteria through stool, and NAD plus levels, oxidative stress, or even mtDNA leakage through blood or urine. This can help tailor your healing protocol, especially in complex or long-form cases. Number 3, clinical tools with supervision. These include SCFA enemas for certain types of colitis, fecal microbiota transplant, FMT in treatment-resistant IBD, and mitochondria-targeted antioxidants like MitoQ, not for casual use, but promising. The key takeaway is that you don't need to do it all. Start by picking one change that supports both your gut and your microbiome. That could be skipping late-night snacks, adding a scoop of inulin to your smoothie, or stepping into the morning sun without your phone, because when you support this gut cell feedback loop, your body knows what to do. It just needs the right signals. Let's zoom out for a second. This gut mitochondria connection is not just about bloating or constipation. It's not just about energy or brain fog. It's about your entire operating system. The thing that determines how you age, how you heal, how you think, and how resilient you feel in the face of stress. In people with depression, brain fog, and even early Parkinson's disease, researchers have traced problems not just in brain, but in the gut mitochondria axis. Here is what they have found. Inflammation in the gut damages mitochondria in the gut neurons. Those same neurons connect to your brain through the vagus nerve. The result? Changes in mood, memory, and mental clarity. You don't just feel foggy because you are tired. You feel foggy because your mitochondria are inflamed and your gut isn't calming them down. Your immune system. 80% of your immune system lives in your gut. When your mitochondria are under stress, they leak signals like ROS and mtDNA that activate your immune response. That's great when you need to fight an infection. When it's constant, it leads to chronic inflammation, the root cause of everything from autoimmunity to cancer to heart disease. And your aging process. Mitochondria are often called the clock of aging. As we get older, they lose their efficiency. They create more waste, less energy. And here is the kicker. Your microbiome declines at the same time, losing diversity, losing butyrate, losing ability to fuel your cells. Researchers have shown that this dual decline in the gut and the mitochondria is what drives frailty, low resilience, and faster biological aging. But it's not irreversible. Studies on polyphenols, fasting, and fiber-rich diets show that you can retrain your gut, recharge your microbiome, and slow that aging clock, often dramatically. So why does this matter? Because no matter who you are, whether you are dealing with IBS or just want to live with more clarity, energy, and strength, this axis between your gut and your mitochondria is the foundation. You can't hack your way to health while ignoring your cells. And you can't heal your cells without listening to your gut. But when you support both, that's when the magic happens. You have made it this far, which tells me something about you. You are not just trying to fix something. You are trying to understand something. You are the kind of person who wants to know why your body feels the way it does. You want clarity. You want answers that respect your experience, not just more pills or vague advice. So let me leave you with this. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are not too sensitive. You are living in a body that's been sending signals for years from your gut, from your cells. And now, for the first time, you are learning how to listen. That's powerful. Because once you understand this gut mitochondria feedback loop, everything starts to make more sense. Why you feel tired after eating, why stress wrecks your digestion, why small changes like sleep, light, or fiber can make a big difference. So here's my reflection question. What's one thing you have been ignoring in your body That might actually be your gut mitochondria asking for help. Write it down, sit with it, or say it in the comments. If it feels right, you never know who you will inspire just by being honest. If this video helped you see your body in a new way, share it with someone who you care about. That's how this knowledge spreads, person to person, gut to gut, and cell to cell. And if you want a companion to help you go deeper day by day, moment by moment, we built something for that. It's called Gutsphere. Gutsphere is an app we created for people like us who want to listen to their body, track what's happening inside, and begin to heal from the inside out. It's not a generic tracker. It's a gastrointestinal copilot designed to help you notice patterns between food, mood, energy, and digestion. Support your gut mitochondria access with simple, personalized habits. Prepare for your doctor's visit. Track your progress and feel in control again. You can download the Gutsphere app now using the link below. It's free to start, and it's here to support your journey, not define it.
Here's a new feature we're excited to show you, and it's free. It's called the Gut Health Copilot. Think of it like having a gut health expert you can chat with anytime. You can ask about the most common GI conditions, diarrhea, constipation, IBS, acid reflux, or even about specific symptoms you're worried about. Go into as much detail as you want or connect through the Gutsphere app to get a better feedback loop and personalized suggestions. It's free to use, it's available right now, and it can help you get a much clearer idea of what's going on with your gut.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring about your body. And thank you for trusting your gut, literally and figuratively. I will see you in the next video, next episode. Until then, stay curious, stay gentle, and keep listening.